Hey SPC families, Anna here again with your weekly Sunday school message. Couple updates first real quick. We've had some stuff going on, so I've sent the surveys out. I've got responses from several families, which was great. If you didn't get a survey for some reason, let me know. If you have some responses you haven't sent in yet, let me know. I'm happy to hear whatever you guys think. Based on the surveys, we are in the process of planning a few fun summer activities for the kids outside. We're putting some policies and protocols in place, so that's all in planning stages, so stay tuned for that. That should be something really fun coming up soon for the summer to give the kids a chance to see one another. We've also announced that church is going to start back in the gym on May 31st. Stay tuned for more protocols for that. Just like Pastor Anita said, we want you to do whatever your family is comfortable with. If you want to come in, great. If you want to stay home and continue a virtual, great. We just want to make sure we're reaching out to everybody. Okay, so our lesson this week, again, is a story about Jesus, coming from Matthew. Matthew chapter 20, the very end. This is right before Jesus is going into Jerusalem on Palm Sunday, like we talked about a while back during Lent. So it's right before that happens. So before we read the story, let's open in prayer. Dear God, thank you for all the times in our week, the good times and bad or sad times. When we are having good times, let us remember to give you thanks and praise. When we are struggling or sad, let us remember to ask for help from you and from others. Thank you for being with us at all times. Amen. So this week's story about Jesus is about people asking for help from Jesus. So again, this is Matthew chapter 20, verses 29 to 34. As Jesus and the disciples left the city of Jericho, a huge crowd followed behind. 2 blind men were sitting beside the road. When they heard that Jesus was coming that way, they began shouting, "Lord, Son of David, have mercy on us." The crowd told them to be quiet, but they only shouted louder, "Lord, Son of David, have mercy on us." Jesus stopped in the road and called, "What do you want me to do for you?" "Lord," they said, "we want to see." Jesus felt sorry for them and touched their eyes. Instantly, they could see. Then they followed him. So this is an interesting story for lots of reasons. So you've got 2 blind beggars sitting on the side of the road. Blind, can't see, but they hear a crowd coming and they hear that Jesus is coming. So they start yelling loud for Jesus. Everyone's telling them to be quiet, but they're not. And they're calling out to Jesus as Lord, Son of David, if you caught that. Remember, David was a king. So they are acknowledging his royalty, and he comes from a line of kings, which is also important. And Jesus is good about hearing their cries and wants to help them, so he does. So something for us to think about is always asking for help, especially when we're going through a hard time. So asking God for help, also asking others for help. Something some of us have a hard time doing. When we're having an issue, we don't really want to ask others for help, but that's why we're here. That's why God put us here together. So if you're ever struggling with something, talk to your mom, your dad, your friends, your cousins, whoever, and let them know what's going on. See if they can help you. Fun activity is in the lesson for the week. Since the lesson was on blind beggars, there's an activity with Braille. I don't know if any of you guys have heard of Braille before, but Braille is the reading language used by people that are blind. So they can't see, but they can feel. So each letter is a different series of little bumps that they can run their fingers over. So here's a paper I'll hold up for you guys that goes over some Braille. This is attached to the Sunday school lesson in the email. So what you can do is you can color in the letters for love, or a fun idea that was in there is you can use some glue and just drop different sizes of glue on your paper, little dots, big dots, let it dry, and then once it's dry, you can read it with your fingertips. So fun activity to play with this week while you're at home. So we got a holiday weekend this weekend. Everybody be safe, be careful. We miss you all. We love you all. We hope to see you soon. As always, reach out if there's anything we can do for you. And stay tuned for some fun things coming up in the summer. We'll talk to y'all soon. Bye.